Live with Hal Gill, your host. We're taking in a little bit of who, what, when, and where here in Washington, D.C. About to head across to Daily Provisions via the DuPont Circle Market. I like to film through there, get a look at who, what, when, and where. You know what? I think I actually am not going to take Connecticut Avenue. I'm going to take 21st Street down, at least part way. Maybe cut across on Hillier and run right into it. Then we'll go down around. I've got enough time. I've got 9 minutes before I can log in. People on scooters. The idea of the passing show is to sort of grab a little bit of who, what, when, and where, make a mark, show my perspective, share it with you. I'm sure I'm soaking up a lot more information than actually I could ever take in. Just walk through some water, making some footprints. And, another day in the bonus round, as I mentioned. So, this morning I wrote on Uncharted Territory, an article in which I sort of explored, along with a number of musical references, my experience of the present moment in which I'm a little confused about what to do in regard to visiting my mother or not visiting her now that she's moved into memory care. What's going to be best for her? Self-centered to me to do what's best for me. So I think, getting some professional advice was a good suggestion. And I've already gotten the suggestion in the comments. Thanks for Moxie for that. And didn't tell me anything I didn't know, but I think her care team will be able to probably advise better than me because they are responsible and paid handsomely at a rate of close to $8,000 a month for her care. And on it goes. You can back up 21st Street. So I'm thinking about that. And I'm thinking about it out loud with all of you. See, Catherine and Wallenstein has joined, and Hardika? Hardika's joined. It's good to have you with us here on the Passing Show. Nothing constant but change. Sort of a side view of my path. I always think it's interesting to bring in the metadata. That's a nice little arch of roses. Always like to see those. Rose hips on that. Flushed with roses. See our grass needed trimming again and not getting done. Curb appeal over my place is diminishing as my neighbor who did the gardening has moved on to Texas. The house is under contract. Stream of consciousness. There's the Phillips collection. First museum of modern art in the country, dedicated exclusively to modern art, that is. And here's Hillier Street, which I promised to walk down. It looks like you got some folks on this side of the street I might cross. Might not. Let's see. Can hear some music down there in the park, in the market. Likely, oops, I'm too far. Okay. Maybe I can use the alley to break through. Alleys are kind of fun because you get a look at things you wouldn't see ordinarily. They bricked in a lot of the alleys, including ours. behind our place. I'd like to be back there already. Yeah, I'm going to go this way and then we'll cut across on Q. Slightly different road than I intended to take initially. The Ford Maverick Lariat. My sister has one of those. They traded my father's Edge for it, I believe. Managed to get $1,000 for mom's car. Well, you know, let it go. Letting go is what the name of the game. Letting it all go. I was noticing that my sister lives just, yards away from where Bruce Hornsby grew up. She's got, I think, 320 Indian Springs Road. He grew up at 311, built in 1953. He was born in 54. So it's very interesting to see that. So I've been listening to a lot of Bruce, particularly Memory Palace, lately. That's a tune that sort of goes into the idea of cognitive decline. Blanks, glare, stare, but I swear I'm all there. Somebody's home is one of the lines. That's one that makes me think about mom a great deal. Geographically, they all emerged from the same area. And, it's all good. All good. Some birds there. This is the Religious Action Center in the Arthur and Sarah Jo Kobacker building, and next door to Resilience, David Lynch Foundation, Center for Resilience. I'd like to know more about that, actually. One of these days I should look into it closer because I'm interested in David Lynch and his work, largely in transcendental meditation, which I believe the David Lynch Foundation does a lot of um, advocacy for which they do advocacy, I should say. There's the Embassy of Indonesia. I've been in there once. My wife during one of the embassy open houses. They've got a monument over here to a goddess of education, I believe, or a goddess in a way. Very elaborate statue. Got a jet going up out of National over there. Everybody's in motion. If they ain't already there, there's Optica across the way over here. Valley Brook Tea is open. They've got authentic tea and a pair of wings to pose against. Washington Legal Foundation here. Come for the nation's birthday, stay for a nation of artists. Come to Philadelphia, stay in Philadelphia. I'm coming to Philadelphia in October, all things being equal. October 2nd, I'll be at the Ardmore Music Hall for Krian Reichman's late checkout tour. Should be good. We're coming up on the market. And I'm just going to dodge through here and then cut back up to the daily provisions. I'm going to get a little bit of who, what, when, and where. A look at the abundance available locally. Shopping at farmers market is an act that we should all engage in. Look at the melons. My gosh, we broke out with melons. This spaghetti squash, those are huge. They look like spaghetti squash. Not sure what they are. Super cubes. Cantaloupes. Those are not cantaloupes. Sugar cubes, they say. Now what? This way. A little more. Who, what, when, and where. A little more primary documentation. Restoring to the future. Evidence of what DNA can do in many ways. That. Some good looking delicata squashes. If only I could come back through here. Maybe next weekend. Actually, I think I'm working. I don't know. I don't know if I'm working or not on next week. Then I'll check my calendar. Blank stare, but I swear I'm all in. Somebody's home. Okay, coming up on my boring bank, the glory and boringness. PNC. Got my first bank account there in 1994 when I started my graduate studies at the University of Pittsburgh. And onward. You can see there the fountain pouring its waters out. I did whew, we're doing an overdecking project here. Keeping the dogs closer. Keep the dogs closer. Okay. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Little interaction between two people about dogs. Peace is hard. Forgiveness tough. Responsibility is hard to take. I don't know. I just know how things seem to me. This is where I met my wife. May 3rd, 2007. Laid eyes on her for the first time in the flesh. We had been in virtual contact, but worked out. And we have a number of nonfiction books on this side. Edge of Space Time. Interesting. And then fiction, plenty of fiction. And onward. Imagine the world that child will see that just went by the camera. I can't. Okay, how we doing? I'm 52. I'm able to log in, so I'll get in there and get underway with the day. 6 hours. Shouldn't be too bad. Do the best I can. Got the bus a runner position today. And onward. Thanks for joining. Ever since Spence, a vote for the kind of world we're co-creating. The change you want to see.